Hi everyone, we're going to start Chapter 3, Section 2, Angles and Parallel Lines. The objectives for this lesson are to use theorems to determine the relationships between specific pairs of angles and use algebra to find angle measurements. We're going to begin with the postulate, corresponding angles postulate. Please pause the video and write this down in your packet. It's right underneath the definitions that we did in the last section. Okay. The next one we are going to do, or the next example, is in this figure, measure of angle 5 is equal to 72, and here is angle 5 right here. That's going to be 72, and we're going to find the measure of angle 4. The big thing is we have to explain our reasoning. We're not going to write out a full proof, but I do want you to tell me what postulate or theorem that you're using that we learned today. Okay, so if this right here is 72, if you notice, angle 4 is a corresponding angle, so the measure of angle 4 is going to also be 72. And we can explain our reasoning because it is a corresponding angle, that a corresponding angle postulate. And you can abbreviate if you would like. Okay. Angle 5 is here, angle 4 is here, and here is angle 2. If you notice, angle 2 and angle 4 are vertical angles, and vertical angles are congruent. So since 4 is 72, we are also going to say that 2 is 72. And we use the corresponding angles and we used vertical angles. Okay? We have to know that. I know on your quiz some of you said that was false, that vertical angles are not congruent, but they are congruent. Okay. Here are more theorems that you need to add to your packet. So please pause the video and write those down. Okay, now we're going to use those theorems to find the measure of angle 4. Okay, so if measure of angle 1 is 100, if this is 100 here, okay, we need to find the measure of angle 4. So since the measure of angle 1 is 100, we can also say the measure of angle 2 is 100. And why can we say that? Why can we say angle 1 is congruent to angle 2? It's because of the alternate interior theorem, alternate interior angles theorem. Okay, so we know that they're alternate interior angles. And then from there, we can say that angle 2 and, or plus, let's use a plus sign, and angle 4 equal 180 because they are a linear pair. Again, this is from last chapter, so we need to know that. And a linear pair, anytime you put two angles together, equal 180. Remember when they share the same side and they form a straight line? Right here they're forming this Park Road. They are going to be 180. And so therefore, if angle 2 is 100, we can substitute in 100 plus angle 4 equals 180. Okay. We can say that angle 4, the measure of angle 4 equals 80 degrees. And that would be your answer. And you don't have to tell me that you're substituting or subtracting. These are the two I want to see, okay, the theorems. Okay, the next example, if the measure of angle 4 is equal to 2x minus 17 and the measure of angle 1 is equal to 85, find x. So here we have the measure of angle 1, right here is 85, and angle 4, which is here, is 2x minus 17. I want you to pause the video and see if you can solve this, see what you come up with. Okay, did you guys come up with a linear pair as your reasoning to do this? Because if you put angle 1 and angle 4 together, it's going to equal 180. They're going to come together to make a straight line. So angle 4 we know is 2x minus 17 plus 85, which is angle 1, and we set that equal to 180. And when we combine like terms, we get 2x plus 68 equals 180. And we get 2x equals 112 when we subtract from both sides. And then when we divide, we get x equals 56. All right, so that's how we do those problems. Again, I'm just looking for this part of your reasoning. We have another example here. See if you can do this one. It's on page 184, number 24. Pause the video and see what you come up with. All right, you should have come up with y equals 114 because it is a corresponding angle to 114. See, they're both on the bottom right, so therefore they are the same. Now we can go ahead and to find x, we can say that y and x plus 12 form a linear pair because they form a straight line right here. So when you put two angles together that form a straight line, they equal 180. So they're going to equal 180 here. And we have x plus 12 plus 114. And that's because they are a linear pair. So when you combine like terms, we get x plus 126 equals 180. And we subtract 126 from both sides, so we get x equals 54, and you can go ahead and check that. But this is your answer. X equals 54 and y equals 114. So that's all I have for you for today. Make sure you take notes, write questions, let me know what was confusing, and we will practice this on Friday. Bye guys.